Hey everyone, Dr. Phil here. Today we're diving into a crucial topic, the signs that your friend group might be toxic and what you can do about it. Friendships are supposed to be a source of joy, support, and companionship. But what happens when they turn into a source of stress, anxiety, and negativity? It's important to recognize the signs early on so you can take action before it's too late. First, let's talk about the red flags. One major sign of a toxic friend group is constant drama. If your friends are always involved in some sort of conflict or argument, it might be time to reevaluate those relationships. Drama can be exhausting and can take a toll on your mental health. Another sign is if your friends are unsupportive. True friends should lift you up and celebrate your successes, not bring you down or make you feel guilty for your achievements. Look, everybody needs somebody. We're wired for connection and belonging. But when the people you're supposed to be closest to start bringing you down, it can be worse than being alone. If you find yourself feeling drained after spending time with your friends, that's a big red flag. Friendships should be energizing and fulfilling, not a source of stress and anxiety. Another sign of a toxic friend group is if they are constantly criticizing you or making you feel bad about yourself. Constructive criticism is one thing, but if your friends are always putting you down or making you feel inferior, that's not healthy. It's important to surround yourself with people who appreciate you for who you are and encourage you to be your best self. We're going to talk about 10 telltale signs that you might be stuck in a toxic friend group. These include feeling like you have to walk on eggshells around your friends, being excluded from activities, and feeling like your friends are always competing with you. If any of these sound familiar, it might be time to take a step back and reevaluate your friendships. Stick with me because we're also going to talk about how to fix it or ditch it. It's not always easy to walk away from toxic friendships, but sometimes it's necessary for your own well-being. We'll discuss strategies for setting boundaries, having difficult conversations, and finding new, healthier friendships. Remember, you deserve to be surrounded by people who love and support you. So let's get started on this journey to healthier, happier relationships. The first sign you're dealing with a toxic friend group is constant gossiping. It might start off innocently enough, just a few comments here and there. But soon it becomes a regular part of your interactions. You find that every time you meet up, someone is always the topic of conversation, and not in a good way. Look, everybody gossips a little, it's almost a natural part of human interaction. We share stories, we talk about our experiences, and sometimes that includes talking about other people. But there's a big difference between occasional gossip and a group dynamic that's built around it. But if you're noticing that your friends are always talking about each other behind their backs, always whispering and side-eyeing, it's a sign that something is seriously wrong. This kind of behavior creates an environment of mistrust and insecurity. You start to wonder who you can really trust, and who might be talking about you when you're not there. That's a major red flag. It's not just about the gossip itself, but what it represents. It shows a lack of respect and loyalty within the group. If your friends are comfortable tearing each other down when someone's not around, it's only a matter of time before you become the target. Ask yourself this: if they're that comfortable talking about other friends behind their backs, what are they saying about you when you're not around? It's a sobering thought, but an important one. You deserve to be surrounded by people who lift you up, not those who bring you down. What are they saying about you when you're not around? This question can eat away at you, causing anxiety and paranoia. You might start to second-guess your interactions, wondering if you said something that could be twisted and used against you. It's a toxic cycle that can be hard to break free from. Trust me, a friend group built on gossip is a house of cards. It might seem stable for a while, but it's inherently fragile. The foundation is weak because it's based on negativity and betrayal. Sooner or later, it's going to come crashing down. Sooner or later, it's going to come crashing down. And when it does, the fallout can be devastating. Friendships that you thought were solid can dissolve in an instant. Arguments break out, people take sides, and before you know it, the group is fractured beyond repair. And someone's going to get hurt. It might be you, it might be someone else, but the pain is inevitable. The emotional toll of being part of a toxic friend group can be significant. It can affect your self-esteem, your mental health, and your overall well-being. So, be mindful of the company you keep and strive to build relationships based on trust, respect, and genuine care. The second sign of a toxic friend group is exclusion. You know the feeling, that sting of being left out. Maybe they're always making plans without you, or you find out about events after the fact. Listen, true friends make an effort to include each other. They value your presence and want you around. If you're constantly feeling like an outsider in your own friend group, it's time to ask yourself why. Are these people really your friends if they don't want you around? Sign number 3 of a toxic friend group. They pressure you to do things you're not comfortable with. Listen, real friends respect your boundaries. They would never ask you to compromise your values or do something that makes you feel uncomfortable, whether it's breaking the law, lying to someone, or anything else that goes against your gut. If you find yourself constantly pressured to do things you don't want to do, you're in a toxic situation. Let's talk about sign number 4, lack of support. Friends are supposed to be your biggest cheerleaders, your shoulder to cry on. They're the people who are supposed to be there for you in the good times and the bad, but in a toxic friend group, that support is nowhere to be found. When you're struggling, they're suddenly too busy. They minimize your problems, or worse, they're completely indifferent. Remember, true friends show up for each other, no matter what. Sign number 5 that your friend group might be toxic, constant drama. Look, life happens and we all go through tough times, but if your friend group is a revolving door of arguments, gossip, and negativity, it's going to drain you. It's exhausting and frankly, it's not sustainable. You deserve peace in your relationships. You deserve friends who bring joy and positivity into your life, not drama and stress. Number 6 on our list of toxic friend group signs: jealousy. Healthy friendships are built on mutual respect, support, and yes, even a little bit of admiration. But when jealousy rears its ugly head, it can poison even the strongest bonds. If your friends are constantly belittling your accomplishments, trying to one-up you, or secretly resenting your successes, that's a problem. Chapter 7. Pulling the strings, the manipulation game. The 7th sign of a toxic friend group is manipulation. This one can be sneaky because it often starts subtly. Maybe they guilt-trip you into doing things their way, or they use your secrets against you. They might even try to isolate you from other friends or family members. Listen, healthy relationships are built on trust and respect, not control and manipulation. Chapter 8. Lack of respect. Respect is fundamental in any relationship, and that includes friendships. If your friends constantly dismiss your opinions, talk over you, or ignore your boundaries, that's a sign of disrespect. They might make fun of your insecurities, pressure you to do things you don't want to do, or share personal information about you without your consent. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect by everyone in your life, especially your friends. Let's talk about sign number 9, constant competition. A little friendly competition can be fun, but in a toxic friend group, it becomes a way of life. Everything turns into a contest, whether it's who has the best job, the nicest clothes, or the most exciting social life. Instead of celebrating each other's successes, they're secretly hoping you'll fail. The 10th and final sign that your friend group might be toxic is negative influence. Look, we all influence each other to some extent, but if your friends are encouraging you to engage in harmful or destructive behaviors, it's time to reevaluate their impact on your life. This could be anything from excessive drinking or drug use to reckless spending or risky sexual behavior. Remember, it's important to surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. The people you choose to spend your time with can have a profound impact on your mental and emotional well-being. Positive relationships can help you grow, inspire you to be your best self, and provide a sense of belonging and security. On the other hand, toxic relationships can drain your energy, lower your self-esteem, and hinder your personal growth. It's crucial to recognize the difference and make conscious choices about who you allow into your inner circle. If you recognize these signs in your friend group, it might be time to have a serious conversation or even consider finding new friends. Signs of a toxic friendship can include constant negativity, lack of support, jealousy, manipulation, and feeling drained after spending time together. It's not always easy to confront these issues, but having an open and honest conversation can sometimes lead to positive changes. However, if the toxicity persists, it may be necessary to distance yourself for your own well-being. Remember, it's okay to prioritize your mental health and seek out relationships that are healthy and fulfilling. Look, I know it's tough to walk away from people you've known for a long time, but you have to put yourself first. Ending a toxic friendship can be a difficult and emotional process, especially if you've shared many memories and experiences together. It's natural to feel a sense of loss and even guilt, but it's important to remember that you deserve to be happy and surrounded by positive influences. Take time to reflect on what you need in a friendship, and don't be afraid to seek out new connections that align with your values and goals. You deserve to be surrounded by people who make you feel good about yourself, who support your dreams, and who celebrate your successes. True friends are those who lift you up, encourage you to pursue your passions, and stand by you through thick and thin. They are the ones who genuinely care about your happiness and well-being, and who are there to share in your joys and triumphs. Building and maintaining these kinds of relationships takes effort and mutual respect, but the rewards are immeasurable. And who have your back no matter what. In times of need, true friends offer support, understanding, and a shoulder to lean on. They are the ones who show up when it matters most, who listen without judgment, and who offer a helping hand without expecting anything in return. These are the relationships that enrich our lives and provide a sense of community and belonging. Cherish these connections and invest in them, as they are the foundation of a fulfilling and happy life. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves. Remember, you have the power to create a positive and supportive social circle. Surround yourself with people who bring out the best in you, and don't be afraid to let go of those who don't. Your well-being and happiness are worth it. Take care, and until next time, keep striving for the relationships that uplift and inspire you.